Joe shared with me the steps involved in creating a clay mural. This particular one was featured at the Aqsa. Because he wanted to use it more than once, he created a cast. Let's dig in. There's something about getting your hands dirty that's really fun.
Yeah. So here, I'll give you a piece of clay. And then
I get a chunk. This takes me back to my Play-Doh days.
Yeah. So this was a mold I made for when we were doing the mural at the Aqsa Mosque. And I made it in clay, and then I made a cast out of plaster to make this mold.
So you actually have to make the piece first, and then the cast?
And then I made the mold.
Okay.
And then you can make multiple pieces from it after you do that.
Yeah, true.
And one way to do it is to use clay, and you're just going to press the clay into the space.
Is there a certain amount I'm taking?
Yeah, take a little piece like this.
Just a little piece like that?
And then just squeeze it into the space. And we're going to fill up this whole thing.
Uh-oh. This is their finished product right here. Very beautiful. And we saw these pieces right here on the Aqsa Mosque. A lot of inner cities have a lot of blight. You get boarded up houses, you get run down neighborhoods, you have trash and garbage in the neighborhood. And yet you go into some of these communities and you bring beauty. You bring a touch of beauty. Talk to me about that and what that feels like.
It's a wonderful opportunity to get to do that.
Why is that important?
It's important, I think, because I think art's important to everybody, and it doesn't just belong in a museum, you know, or in very wealthy people's homes. I mean, it's not the only place for art, you know, and it should be shared by all of us in our communities.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Joe created murals for the interior of a local restaurant called Ferdinand. His murals lit up the place, and the owner confessed that many customers came in to simply gaze at its beauty. All right, Joe, so this, first of all, let me tell you that this is one of the most beautiful murals I've ever seen. Talk to me about how you, what's the inspiration behind this?
The theme of the restaurant is Ferdinand the Bull, the peaceful bull. I always liked the, from being in Spain a few times, I really love Spain. And I just wanted to capture that kind of feeling that Spain has, that the rolling hills and a really great space. The inspiration came from a series of Goya prints depicting a bullfight where a bull was tamed, speared, and killed. But Joe found a more peaceful way to adapt that same theme. I chose the one where the guy's jumping over, pole vaulting over the bull instead of stabbing him. Ferdinand was a peaceful bull. He just wanted to smell the flowers. He didn't want to fight like the other bulls were all fighting, and he didn't want to do that. And at one point they were out looking for bulls for the bullfight, and he got stung by a bee and he went kind of crazy, and they thought, wow, this is a great bull, we should use him. When they did get him to the bullfight, he just refused to fight. He just wanted to smell flowers. That's all he ever wanted to do.
My name is Brenman, and I'm the wife of Joe Brenman.
We know the impact Joe had on this community, but I was curious what his wife had to say.
He is a marvel. When I look at his work, I go like, that came from you? Like, I don't know where it comes from. There's just this wealth of soul.
The one recurring thread that connected all of Joe's work was peace. Whether it was on a tile with doves or a communal effort to rebuild the mosque, peace is definitely his most striking feature.
This is a photograph of, there's like a school that this man, Stephen Shames, I believe his name is, and he's a photographer. And he took this photograph of this young boy who was in the war in Uganda. And I was just really struck by it. It was a really beautiful photograph, and struck by the child's face and just the the beauty of it and the sadness of it too. Just a mixture of those two things, and I felt like I really had to do a sculpture about it somehow.
He's a people builder, and he, through his artwork, he's been able to bring communities and different cultures together, and through knowing him, I've learned so much and have become involved in things that I don't think I would have been involved with in my life had I not known Joe.